Okay guys, so welcome back to another Scrapping Irish video. And this is one that I've been asked to do by a few subscribers actually who have emailed me. There's actually 2 or 3 subscribers have come up with the same sort of question, different variations of the question, and it's to do with mobile phones and which ones are the best for gold recovery and what should you be taking off the boards off the mobile phone boards that contain gold and other precious metals, and what I hold on to for gold recovery. So what I've decided to do is I have here different sort of phones, from touchscreen phones to some Nokia push button phones, some Blackberries, stuff like that, and even just a regular household phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the cases from these phones, and we're just going to run through the boards, the type of boards that's in them, what's on the boards, and what I take off the boards, and which one. Then you can decide yourselves which you think is the best for gold recovery. But I could give you my opinion at the end, what I find is the best for gold recovery, what type of phones to keep an eye out for, and stuff like that. So just as I have a variety there, from the older push button phones all the way up to the touchscreen phones that are available nowadays. And we're going to have a look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove all these cases, and we're going to have a look through the boards. So let's have a look and see, guys, what type of boards are inside these mobile phones and what we should be holding on to out of these. So let's have a look, guys. So here we have it. These are all the phones taken apart. So I'm going to start probably with the Blueberry or Blackberry. So the Blackberry phone, so that's the case is left from the phone. So again, fairly basic case. That's just plastic. Again, the screens, some people hold on to the screens because at some stage they're hoping that there is some precious metals inside of there, and that for recovery of them they become valuable. At the moment there isn't really a market for it. I haven't come across a market for them, so it's up to yourself again what you want to do. But you have a little bit of gold there that you can just pull off, and then you have your little bit of gold there that could be put in with your fingers or any of that sort of stuff when you want to recover your fingers. And also you will have some gold pins that can be just taken out like that, and you can just remove them pins, and again up along here some little bits of gold flashing. So that's what's in the actual case itself, and we'll take a closer look at the board. So this is the board. So straight off we can see the gold flashing along the board. So again, if you put that into AP, you can remove the bits of gold from the board, and I have a video on that. So again, have a look through some of my videos on the mobile phone recovery, and you'll see where I get the actual gold removed from them boards. On the back of the board we have these protective covers over all IC chips. So underneath here you have all different types of IC chips. Again, you'll see videos where I have removed them IC chips. You will have little gold connectors which can be taken off. So you have little gold connectors here and here. Again, some gold connectors down here. Again, you can just pull them off, put them with your gold pins. You have some more gold here. So again, that can be taken off and put in with your pins. So that's what's on that board. So as you can see, they're from the Blackberry phones that I took off. So I'll just put that aside, that board. Now, next we had these touch screens. So this was just a generic touchscreen phone, nothing special about it. So again, inside the casing we have some little bits of gold flashing. So you can see little bits of gold flashing here and here that you can remove. Again, there's little gold pins are flashing along here. You have little gold pins in along here, very, very tiny. May not be worth even trying to get them back out of it, but gold is gold. So that's the case part, nothing very special about them. A lot of rubbish in them. You'll have a lithium battery which you'll be very, very careful taking out, because if you manage to pierce that you can cause a fire by it. So just be very careful on that. Again, you will have a little bit of gold connectors, if I can get the camera to focus. So you have little gold connectors, you can see them in there. Very little in them. So again, the battery, you might get a marker for battery. Sometimes I to see online there is people who buy them batteries, but the postage of them could be an issue for hazardous post. So that's something, because a lot of people won't allow batteries to be posted. So that's that, and this is the boards. So again, very little on the boards. You'll have IC chips again underneath these metal things. Again, you can see how I get them off using the heat gun. You could use an air chisel, multi-tool, anything like that to remove them. Little bits of gold flashing, slight little bits of gold flashing on them. Other than that, nothing major. A few bits of gold flashing here, but again, the camera will have bits of gold in there. If you want to remove that camera, you can, underneath here it will be gold. I can't really get to it at the moment, but again, I'm going to do some video at some stage showing you the gold inside of the little cameras. So that's the board there, and also this little bit of board came out as well from it. So again, all I'm looking at here is we have a little bit of gold there on a ceramic capacitor, or not crystal ceramic oscillator, and again we have our gold flashing along here. So that was just a generic brand, nothing to it. Then we had a Sony brand. So again, this was a Sony touch screen camera phone, and nothing underneath here because I had that removed a minute ago, but it's just a bit of a bit of copper foil. If you want to take that off for your copper, you could. So nothing there on that part. On this part again, we have a little bit of gold up here, a very little small bit, and a little bit of, no, that wasn't gold actually, so that was it, plastic, very little on it. So then again, we have one of those type batteries again, the lithium battery. So again, just be very careful when removing it. So again, you have some copper foil there. If you wanted to take that off and just add it to your copper, you could. So you have it, you can see it there. So that's just your copper foil that you can just, if you wanted to add it to your copper, you can. It's not going to take that much to remove it. So battery I put aside, just be careful with it. Again, this is the board, the control board. So we have gold flashing on it, some more gold flashing, and a little bit of gold flashing here on these little bit of plastic bits that came off it as well. So I said I'd hold on to them so you can see the gold flashing on them. So, and then on this side again will be all our IC chips. Again, they're covered with a protective plating, which you just remove or use the heat gun. The whole lot will come off the chips and the thing, or again an air chisel or a multi-tool or something like that. Again, there's videos up there where I use the heat gun to remove them. So again, put that board over there with the rest of the boards. Then we move to, I'm going to go to a Nokia. So we had a little Nokia phone here. So this was one of the older type Nokia. It's not the oldest one on the market, but one of the older types. So again, this part of the phone you can hold on to the screen. It may be worth something in the future, but if you don't have room for them, I'm afraid there's not much you can do with them at the moment that I've found. Again, on the casing itself, we have gold connectors. On this one we actually have a SIM card, do we? No, we don't. Someone's taken it. There's no SIM card there. I thought there was for a minute. They've cut out the gold part out of it. We have, so the gold connectors is what I'll keep off this. Also some more little bits of gold flashing connectors here. Again, we have some more gold along here. You can see the flashing. It's a bit hard with the lighting, sorry about that. But they are gold flashed as well. So, and again, some more little gold connectors. So they can be all pulled off, put in with your gold pins on that. So that's the actual case. Then the board itself is not gold flashed, so a bit of disappointment there. It wasn't gold flashed here, so there's nothing of value on this side on it. So again, what you'll be after is the chips that'll be in underneath these. If I can try and get some of these up. So there you go. So you can see underneath these you have your chips. So the chips is something I take off because inside of these chips will be gold bonding wires running across usually on them. So, and they're not like gold flashed or gold plated, they're an actual gold wire. So once, I'll have videos coming on that soon hopefully, and you'll be able to see that. Again, then I also have gold connectors along here. You can see the gold pins here. So we have gold pins there. I'll also take off these because we have gold pins on them. There is a tantalum there that I'll take off. Again, some more gold connectors here, more gold connectors here, more gold connectors there. So a lot of gold connectors on the on this side of it. So that's what I'm looking at. Again, we have another one of them gold banded ceramic oscillator, or crystal oscillator, yeah, ceramic oscillator, that I'll take off. That again will be put in, and I'll crush them at some stage, and we'll try and recover the gold, and there should be silver inside of them as well. So that's another thing that you want to take off the boards. So again, nothing much on that, but it all adds up over time. Next thing then was just your regular house phone. So this was just a regular house phone that I decided to take apart. So again, it's just plastic, rubber and plastic with a bit of metal, no gold recovery on it. So again, it's just shred. I don't really go too much into that because it's not much, for me, it wouldn't be worth the effort. And this is the actual board itself. So again, looking at the board, nothing of value there. We take off the screen and we have nothing of value there. There's no gold connectors of any sort at all on it. So again, screen you could hold onto, or whatever you feel like doing yourself. There is a little tiny bit, you can see the little bit of gold flashing across there. And again, down here on these is a little bit of gold flashing, but not much, but it all adds up, I suppose. The main thing again here will be the IC chip that I'll be looking at taking off, and underneath here we'll have two more IC chips that are under that, but they're soldered on. So it's just the IC chips again of the value there on that board. Then we had a little sliding phone. So this phone, again, screen is the only thing really there so far. A little bit of a gold fingered, you can see there, gold fingers on that ribbon, so you can cut them off to get the gold fingers, which I'll do. So that's the plastic out of the way. On this part of it again, we have a little bit of gold down here in the corner, you can see it here, and again up in this corner that I'll remove from it. There's no gold flashing actually on them connectors. So, and on this side there was nothing of value at all there again. So that's just a little gold thing. And then that was the actual slide part of the phone, but that allowed the phone to slide back and forward. And that's just again shred steel is all of that. There's nothing else left on that. So that's just shred steel. And then we have the boards. So on these boards, what I'm looking at here again is the gold flashing. So we've got a little bit of gold flashing along here. And we'll have our IC chips again underneath here, guys. So it's just a matter of removing them and getting the IC chips. On the far side we have our gold pins, so we can remove that for the gold pins. The camera again will have gold connectors on it, so that will be taken off. Gold flashing again on here, and down this side again we have our gold pins, and in here we'll have some gold pins, and even on the side here you can see the gold pins here, so that will be taken off as well. Sometimes they just slide off. No, it kind of needs a chisel off or something like that, so I'll break that off and get them gold pins off, and again the gold flashing along the side of it. So main thing again, IC chips. A lot of the mobile phones is IC chips is a main part of the gold you're going to get. Even the flashing isn't going to be as much as what the gold in the chips will be. So that's part of the board. Then I also had these where the keypad went with the flashing. So you can see the flashing here on it, gold flashing. And again on the ribbon wire we have gold little connectors. So again that can be done same way as you would your RAM fingers. You can recover the gold from that. Again I have videos up there, and if I pull this off I'm sure this side will have it as well. So it does. So on both sides of that ribbon we have the gold. So gold flashing. Then we also had the flashing on the foils. So again that's just a foil, and then it had the gold flashing for the numbers where you press the dial, and that was again gold flashing on the ends where that was connected in. So that's not too bad, a few nice bits there. Then we had another Nokia phone. Again, the Nokia phone, the main thing on that, you just have your plastic, and we have the back cover plastic, and that inside of here was nothing of value again. You can see there, it's just plastic, so that was just thrown aside. Screen, you know what to do with them, guys. If you if you have a buyer for them, or just hold on to them. It's up to yourselves what you do with them. So again, we have on this knockout, we have the gold flashed. So not unlike the other knockout I've seen, which hadn't got any gold flashing, this one has it. You can see the gold flashing on that. So again, them boards will be added when I'm doing my next batch of boards, and we'll get the gold. I might do another video on that again to refresh people on it. And again, underneath these, if I can get this off, there we go. We have our IC chips, which will have gold bonding wires usually in them. So again, I said, hopefully there'll be video. We have all our little connectors, which will have gold pins in them. So you can see there, and up here again, more gold pins. So not too bad. Happy enough with them sort of boards. I don't mind getting them. Then we had just an old one that, I suppose this is one of the first phones coming out, one of the earlier phones, which is supposed to be your text messaging and that sort of stuff. So again, we just have that thing, but on this we have some nice gold springs. You can see them there. So they will have, that can be, you can remove the gold from them. I've done videos on that as well, so just have a look through a few of the videos you'll find on the channel. And again, we have little gold connected pins here, very little, but all adds up. It's about quantity when you're dealing with mobile phones. The more you have, the more you're going to get out of them. And then we come to the board. So this is the board from that phone. So you can see again, all gold flashed on the front. Nice big round gold flashing here. We have some gold connectors on the front. Again, we can remove that little screen off it altogether if we can get it off. Just pull the clips off. So just remove the screen completely from it, and underneath again you'll have some IC chips underneath here. Once you remove that, you'll get the IC chips, and again underneath these you'll have IC chips. Again, some gold flashing on the back, which is nice to find. IC chips. We'll also have on these with some MLCCs hidden in here, very small, probably not worth the effort. And again, we'll have, if I can remove that, we'll have gold connectors inside of here. So I prefer getting them boards. They're like the older phone. The older the phone, they're the type of boards you're going to get with them. A lot more IC chips, a lot more gold flashing on them. MLCCs, sometimes you can get tantalums on them. Again, even up here, you can see that little thing up here is actually gold plated completely. So that's nice to get on it. And again, some very big gold connector pins on it. So nice little find on it. Then we had the second last phone. We're nearly there, guys. This was just a normal flip phone. So again, just plastic, nothing of value in there, more plastic and a screen. So there's the screen and some more plastic, just throw that aside. This was the two boards that came in it. So we had one up at the screen part and one, so you can imagine that was the way it flipped. Oh, sorry, that way. So you had your flip phone, flipped up like that. So this is the bottom part, dial tone, so again all gold flashed, which is nice. Sometimes if you remove the solder mask, you will have gold plating underneath them. So again, I have a video up there where I've done that on the channel, so if you want to have a look for that, I might see if I can link these videos if I can, or put them at the end or something like that. So have a look to see if them videos are linked or at the end of this video. IC chips, so you can see here all the little IC chips all over the board, loads of them. And again, we have some little gold connectors on these here, and all these IC chips, so loads of IC chips. Again, some gold pins where the batteries went in. And again, you'll have batteries sometimes in these, and the connectors on the batteries. Again, I've done a video on that on the channel, so check that out. So that's that, and this is the other part of it. So again, gold flashed. Chances are underneath here will be some gold flashing. Usually I find these ones have the gold flashing under them. And on the back side we have, if I can remove this bit of plastic, that was where like LED lights that lit up. So they usually have a little gold wire inside of them LED lights again. So if you want to use a heat gun to remove them, crush them up to get access to the little gold wire that's inside of there. So there we go, guys. And again, the camera on this one as well, so you can get the gold from the camera. So put that one aside, and then the last phone I have here was another one of these older type phones. So again, you have your screen, just some plastic casing on the front. Camera is inside of here this time, so that was just a camera that turned. So again, we can remove that to get the gold connectors in there. A little bit of rubber. Now again, we have some gold connectors here. We'll have gold connectors here and here. Another bit of gold here, you can see it in there. Some more gold connectors here. So remember to remove all them from your casing. Don't just think of the board. Some people just throw away the casing and forget that there's gold connectors and stuff like that usually on the cases, and you're throwing that away just to get access to the board. So this was the board. So again, it had two boards, so it was kind of on top of each other. So you had the boards like that for your keypad, and then underneath was the main board. So again, we just have a little keypad with all gold flashing on it, and a little bit of gold flashing along here. So chances are there may be gold underneath that when you see the gold coming out the far side. So again, that'd be worth removing the solder mask to see if there's any gold underneath there. And this is the main board. So again, we'll have the IC chips hidden under there. More IC chips here. Gold connectors all over the place. So we have little gold connectors. Some nice gold pins here. So there are some nice little gold pins. There we go, on focus. We have our gold pins, some more gold connectors here, gold flashed again, IC chip, and underneath, on an IC chip there'll be where a memory card went in there, an SD memory card, you'll have gold connectors where that will touch off it. Again, some more gold pins down here, you can see them here. So we have gold pins on it, and IC chips underneath there. So, and loads of IC chips along here. You can see the IC chip here. But underneath here we'll have IC chips as well, and again we have gold flashed on the board, and we also have gold connectors here on these wires. So again, you can remove them wires, and you can just remove the ends for the gold connectors and put them in with your gold pins if you want. So that's kind of it, guys, for the video. So that's for subscribers who want to see what I take off mobile phone boards and what mobile. So the older the mobile phone, the better it will be, I find, for IC chips. There'll be more IC chips, there'll be more tantalums on some of them, there'll be crystal oscillators maybe on some of them, ceramic crystal oscillators on some of them, there'll be more thicker gold pins, a lot more gold flashing. So if you can, the older the phone, the more gold I find that's in them when I go to process them. But again, you're going to need a lot of phones to make it worthwhile. So guys, that's it for this week's video. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for all the new subscribers, and thanks for all the old subscribers that keep coming back and keep watching my videos as well. I really do appreciate that. And until the next one, guys, keep on looking for that gold. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out.